I am inventing a new language, one that will at last say what we have to say, for our words no longer correspond to the world. Every time we try to speak of what we see, we speak falsely, distorting the very thing we are trying to represent. It's made a mess of everything. Each day I go out with my bag and I invent new words that will correspond with the things that I find. Consider a word that refers to a thing. Umbrella, for example. When I say the word umbrella, you see the object in your mind. You see a kind of stick with collapsible metal spokes on top that form an armature for a waterproof material which, when opened, will protect you from the rain. This last detail is important. Not only is an umbrella a thing, it is a thing that performs a function. In other words, expresses the will of man. When you stop to think of it, every object is similar to the umbrella in that it serves a function. A pencil is for writing, a shoe is for wearing, a car is for driving. What happens when a thing no longer performs its function? Is it still the thing, or has it become something else? When you rip the cloth off the umbrella, is the umbrella still an umbrella? You open the spokes, put them over your head, walk out into the rain, and you get drenched. Is it possible to go on calling this object an umbrella? In general, people do. At the very limit, they will say the umbrella is broken. To me, this is a serious error, the source of all our troubles. Because it can no longer perform its function, the umbrella has ceased to be an umbrella. It might resemble one, it might once have been one, but now it has changed into something else. The word, however, has remained the same. Therefore, it can no longer express the thing. It is imprecise. It is false. And if we cannot even name a common everyday object, how can we expect to speak of the things that truly concern us? By striving to recreate the language that was spoken in Eden, a man could learn to speak this original language of innocence. Does it not follow that he would thereby recover a state of innocence within himself? I believe that a child who had been brought up in complete solitude, remote from all association, which would be a hard experience to make, would have some sort of speech to express his ideas. I locked Peter in a room in the apartment, covered up the windows, and kept him there for 9 years. An entire childhood spent in darkness, isolated from the world, with no human contact except the occasional beating. I finally realized that my work had been a failure. I reached a point of utter disgust with myself and decided to burn all my papers and records. And much of the apartment burned. Luckily, Peter's room was at the other end of the hall, and the firemen got to him in time. I was eventually brought to trial. Peter was put in a mental institution. He was released 2 years ago.